Hello everybody, this is Mateo, and oh man, I never thought I'd see this again, and that thing didn't even touch us, and we also got back attacked. Well, here we have a new enemy. He steals stuff, that jerk. It's been forever since we've seen something steal stuff, not only because I haven't commentated over this game for a while, but also because, really, I think the last enemy that could steal something was the, crow thing, whatever he was called. Mischievous Crow or something like that, I don't really know. The black crow with the sunglasses. He could steal stuff, and this guy can too, but he won't steal any key items, and if he does, which I doubt, they would probably be put in Escargot Express. Apparently he was nice enough to do that for us, if that is the case, but I really can't think of him stealing stuff, and here we have a ton of UFOs. So now I'm finally going to show off some of the enemies around here, considering I haven't shown them off yet. So here we have UFOs, I forget what they're called, high-class UFOs and beautiful UFOs. I really don't know what these guys can do, because they really I've barely ever fought them, as well as I haven't really ever, I don't think, well, that's pretty much it, I just have not fought them. Although I feel like if you get rid of the high-class UFOs, the beautiful UFO can spawn more of them. So there you go, otherwise, pretty much all that they can do, you're going to see right here. I don't know myself, so there you go. And, okay, none of them blow up or anything. That's a thing that you gotta kind of watch out for, especially with the mechanical enemies. But that was a ton of experience that they gave you, which is a plus. And we got Healing Gamma, which is very nice. Heals many, many things. That is good. Okay, well, we have this giant statue thing that we can enter, and that tribal native guy gave us a key to the tower. Well, this is the tower that he was talking about, and if you remember, last part or 2 parts ago, there was a guy that said he had a key to a tower, but he gave it to a native. Well, that was that native, and here we are now. Now, how that counted as a back attack, I have no idea, and why Paula is dead, I have no idea. This guy, he will... come on. There we go. And yeah, so we have doctors and whatnot. Basically, we have all the stuff that we would need to heal. We have an ATM right outside and a bench that works as an inn, but it's for free. Yeah, good night bench, so you can go ahead fully heal up. So it's rather cheap to heal up here. Thing is, we won't always have access to this, and also you could possibly get back attacked by enemies, and Paula could die again, causing you to restart that entire sequence. So, yeah, this isn't the greatest thing to start out with. They also have a telephone, which is very nice. And let's go ahead and choose Paula, who died again. I'm so good to her. So very good. Let's go out, and let me guess, more presents going to attack? Nope, okay. Am I going to risk it? I am. Okay, no enemies, no enemies, no enemies, no enemies. I almost said no whammies, no enemies, no enemies, no CN enemies. Yes, we have nothing. So now we can go ahead and save. Unfortunately, it does cost $1, but what's $1 to you by now? You should have tens of thousands of dollars. So go ahead, call Mom to prevent homesickness, and call Dad to save. And now we are going to start off one of my most favorite dungeons in the game. It's just really funny, all these signs here. Well, I'm one of the 30%, maybe because I knew that healing stuff was there. Oh boy. Okay, maybe. But basically, it's just kind of poking fun at dungeons in general. Yeah, like, place an item at the dead end, and you get it. Molokhaya soup? I have no idea what that does. It's probably a healing item, but I don't really remember it. This place is kinda mazy. This kinda is place maybe. Mazy. Oh god, speaking. But really, it's just still interesting. I mean, the music is just weird. Oh, hey, we got $5. Yeah, kind of really disappointing. Hey, we could pay for 5 phone calls with that, though. Which, there's a telephone right up there. Oh man, I better not run into that, otherwise I will be disappointed. And here we have a puzzle with some ropes, but I believe I saw something earlier. However, if I didn't say it, that is a lot of presents. You can find the enemies that you found at the Foreside department store, or at least 2 of them. I think the Scalding Hot Cup of Coffee is one of them. And then well, you can find the Worthless Protoplasm, which does almost nothing to you, so don't even worry about that one. And I believe the Musica, whichever one was the Mystical Record. No, Musica you do not find here, but you can find the Mystical Record. And we could have gotten a snake. Snake? Snake! Apparently he was hiding in a box, trying to go all, covert operation on us, but Ness saw through his box-like disguise. Oh well. Oh, Super Plush Bear, that's actually kind of good. Can I make room for that in my inventory? Man, despite the fact that I have, 4 characters... Actually, I have 3 characters right now, no wonder I'm having inventory problems. And I also feel as though if you had a key item on Pooh when he left, right at the end of the last part, to go do his Moo training or whatever it's called. Well, basically to go with that guy, the Star Master, I believe his name is. I believe if he had any key items, those would be sent to Escargot Express. Just in case, so you don't, like, miss out. And why am I not moving? There we go, what am I doing? Probably... hello? Do stuff, thank you. Get the video going. Okay, Paula almost died again. I mean, a Life Up Beta healed up her up to max, so she only has a max of 180-something HP right now, which isn't that much. I think all these signs say the same. I kind of wish it doesn't really matter, but I kind of wish that these were like a little puzzle that says, like, the correct rope is neither of the sides of this sign, or something like that. And, oh, okay. Yeah. Breaking the 4th wall there, but one of these ropes goes up the correct path, and we have to find it, and there's really nothing that makes you pay. Like, you don't lose anything for going down the wrong path. But all these things just kind of say, all these signs say interesting things at each of these paths. I believe it's actually the 3rd rope. We are trying it now. Because 3 is always number 1. It's the magic number to Nintendo and in general, I guess. Okay, so this is the 2nd floor of his body. Okay, so apparently this... What is a dungeon? It's a cave that you have to explore, and there's treasure and enemies inside, basically. That's my... I was expecting the guy who falls down from the sky and takes your picture to show up right there, and oh, hey, we're in front of his belly button. But apparently this is a guy and not a tower. Oh well. This music is one of his greatest accomplishments. Just funny things like that, although it is kind of interesting. It's just interesting. I really like this dungeon. It's so funny. And then he goes around, and when he said that there was an item at the end of a dead end, and then he was like, "Oh wait, no, I'm wrong this time. Sorry, guys." It's just funny. And now on this floor, I believe, I don't know what we find here. I mean, there are no new enemies in this area, only old enemies. Okay, Sudden Guts Pill. That doesn't matter. I'm just gonna skip it. We're going to skip these guys as well, or not. Never mind about no new enemies. Here we have the Lesser Mooks. If you remember the department store spook or something like that, he was actually a more powerful version of these guys. They have a ton of PSI spells. Pretty much all of them, except maybe not the higher level stuff, but still quite a bit. And they're not that bad otherwise. I feel like we should've... no, we shouldn't have met up with them at some other time, otherwise I would've at some point in all my playthroughs of this game. But there we go. Kind of interesting enemies. They're returning from Mother, which is always good. And there they go. So, now, yep, taking a while to react after the end of the battle again. PSI Caramel, that's actually semi-good. It only heals 20 PP, but that's 5 whole life up alphas. So, meh. Okay, we could get rid of the Great Charm. Even though, wait a minute, didn't I buy that for him? So, yeah. I bought the Great Charm, like, so that he'd finally have a shirt or a body equipment, and now I'm not even using it. Oh, that was so worthless. Oh well. There are lots of monsters up there. Oh no. There's a treasure chest over there. I could have got it, but I don't care enough, and I'm running out of inventory space. I want Boo back. Okay, so when he said that there were a lot of monsters around, he meant he has a zoo of some of the monsters from the game in his stomach, or whatever. And just in his body, he has a zoo of random enemies. And here we have the slimy little piles, some of my favorite enemies from the game. Although they're tough to fight, they are funny, so there you go. And I don't think there's actually a way to get down in there to fight them or anything like that, and it's not like they could possibly spawn outside of their holes. Like how enemies are kind of just randomly spawned as you travel through the map. As the screen shows up in their location. But these guys, I think that these are the only enemies that have their locations set. I think in programming they might have made these things, NPCs instead of enemies. Because they kind of move around like NPCs, actually. So there you go. That face is mine, feel free to talk to it. Totally not weird. So he fully heals you up, that's what that sound was. And if you remember, this is the guy that made that first dungeon that Jeff went through. The ones with the maze-like one that always went at an angle. So he finally achieved his goal of becoming part man, part dungeon. So there you go, congrats to him, he is now a dungeon man, literally. Which is nice, and we went through his dungeon. Also earlier, there was a sign that said something along the lines of, "Congratulations, there will be a sign that says this on the next floor," and then there was. Just stupid, funny stuff like that. It's just great. Oh, IQ capsule, very nice, we want that. What can I get rid of? I probably should have called Escargot Express. But no such thing happened. We can drop the wet towel, that's only a healing alpha to cure that, and it doesn't happen that much. So let's go ahead and use that on Jeff, I guess, trying to get his IQ up high enough to fix that heavy bazooka, or the broken bazooka, into the heavy bazooka. And now here we are back at the bottom, we can head on out. Blah, excuse me. And now this gigantic thing will follow us and participate in all the battles, which is very nice. Oh, darn it. I don't think he works like a super plush bear where he takes damage for us, but he does do a ton of damage to at least one enemy. In fact, only one enemy per turn. Also, Jeff has Sunstroke. We're gonna go ahead and cure that. But he just does so much damage to enemies. He is a really good help. And let's get into this battle with him, cut it out, and he is stuck. Great, we have lost the dungeon man, and he has gone to his eternal resting place. Well, that was fun and short-lived. I also like the music that they had playing when the dungeon man was following us. I mean, we barely got to hear it, but still, it is a very nice thing. Okay, so this guy mentions a submarine and we want to cross the river, but of course, well, I'm just gonna cut back up here. We are going to go ahead and talk to the dungeon man again, so you don't have to watch me go through the dungeon twice, although it would be quicker the second time considering I didn't have to get all the items. Still, I think it's even quicker, especially since we did it just 2 minutes ago, pretty much. Or at least we finished it 2 minutes ago. You really don't have to see that again. So we're just gonna head back here, this time go through the second exit that was blocked by a sign earlier. And this time we should be able to first grab this item finally, and we get the Talisman Ribbon, a very good equip for Paula, which I'm going to immediately give her. And what's kind of funny is that the sign right next to there said something along the lines of, you will be able to get this treasure chest later. And indeed we are, much later than you actually thought. Like, you might have thought that you could get it during your first visit, but no, it's during your second when you're getting the submarine. So, let's see, is there anything that I can get rid of? Oh, broken stuff can't be thrown away, despite the fact that they are literally junk. But, oh well. Wow, there is really nothing. We can throw away the... Okay, let's just do that. Oh yeah, 0. So worth it. The trout yogurt, that actually doesn't heal that much, so I should have thrown away that. But, oh well. Where is the... Okay, give that to Paula, there we go. And then equip it on her, and then drop the old ribbon that we no longer need. I believe it goes on other, so maybe somebody could use the lucky coin, but we're going to need to throw something away soon enough. Item management, go, do, just have things happen, figure stuff out. Okay, drop the other bottle of water, because that really doesn't heal that much PP at all. I think it's only like a max of 10. Except it might be more on Pooh, considering his whole thing with getting more heals from certain items and less heals from other items. Let's go ahead and give Jeff the lucky coin so he gets an increase of 10 as well. So there we go, hand-me-down stuff, basically. Oh, there's back at the healing station, back at the beginning there, so now we're curving around here. One last telephone. I wonder if it's controversial. Maybe, considering they don't really ever put save points in dungeons unless it's some Final Fantasy games. Well, most of them actually. Never mind. Whatever. Let's just go ahead, save up, and then let's see if we can find a submarine here. That's a taxi. Old vehicle collection, this is my secret hobby. Funny, I thought it was going to be dungeons, but alas no. And just kind of a neat thing, I was trying to not fight these guys, they're all worthless protoplasm as you can tell by my instant victory. Also, where did all the vehicles go? Oh, there we go. So just kind of interesting, it references other vehicles in the game, like here's the instant revitalizing machine, which you can actually use, I didn't know that. And then here's a bike, which you can get in the game from the bike shop in Tucson. There's a yellow taxi cab, but you really don't ever get to use one of those. And here we have the submarine that we actually need. So there we go. And we are going to go to the place next time. Such a good cliffhanger. We'll use this submarine to travel next time. See you all then. Goodbye.